friends, let's talk about garlic and planting garlic. Obviously, we are midwinter, and so this is not necessarily the time to plant garlic, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. So right here, I have some garlic, regular garlic, and then over here, I have some elephant garlic. Now, which is not technically garlic, it's in the leek family, but I use it the same and it produces much larger heads of garlic. So over here and over there, I started to panic. This is the first time I've ever planted garlic at the right time, which was in the fall, and we had some really warm days, and so it all started to sprout, and that made me panicky because I thought I was gonna lose the garlic. I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I might as well take you for a little walk around my garden while we talk about the garlic. But apparently I was watching M.I. Gardener, and I will tag his channel below, and let me just give you a little view over there. I have plans, I have big plans, friends. But M.I. Gardener was saying that that is not it actually growing, that is it establishing. And so that's really good, that's really comforting. We had big freezes after this stuff sprouted and it didn't die. And just in case you've never planted garlic, here is some seed garlic that, this is just a head that I got from the supermarket. All you do when you're planting garlic is this side, that rough looking side is the bottom, that goes into the ground, and this is the top, and that just goes upwards, and you plant it down a couple of inches, and then you wait. So you do plant in the fall, and you harvest in July. I'm zone 7, so that's what my situation would be. So I planted mine in November. Definitely check your zones. Apparently the growing zones have changed, I heard, but whatever, it is what it is. The weather changes anyway, so it's never 100% foolproof. But since we have had some warm days, like yesterday was 53 degrees here, today it's like 36. But if you get a warm day midwinter, I suggest you plant your garlic if you haven't already. Even if you hadn't ordered seed garlic and you just have store-bought garlic, I say go for it. You can plant it in a container, on your deck, on your patio. I don't know about inside, not really sure about that. Oh, here's some more. I think it's elephant garlic. Yeah. So elephant garlic's a hard neck variety, and then there are also soft neck varieties. But I suggest planting it anyway. Plant a few and see what happens, because since we get these warm days, I think that would be a great time to plant it on a warmer day, and then it will go through the process it needs to go through, which is called stratification. It needs to get the cold temperatures. That sends a chemical signal for that clove to produce a bulb and put off more cloves. So that's what you're really looking for. Some people trick it and put it in the refrigerator, which you could do for like, I think 4 to 6 weeks. But I say plant it on a warm day and see what happens. Now let's talk about the difference between hard neck and soft neck varieties. All that means is elephant garlic is a hard neck variety. And let me see if this, is this, ooh, okay, I'm not gonna pick that up because it's slimy and it's been raining. But that is a stalk from a hard neck variety of garlic. And all it means is that this part, as it grows up, will produce something called a garlic scape. It's tall, it'll curl around, and it'll have a little bulb at the end of it. And that's great because you can cut those and you can use those. You can eat them, like saute them, or you can dehydrate them or freeze dry them and make garlic powder. You can't braid a hard neck variety. You can braid a soft neck variety. Hard neck varieties give bigger cloves, bigger bulbs, soft neck a little smaller. But soft neck varieties store for longer than hard neck varieties do. So it's all about what you want to do with it. I would rather have bigger cloves because I tend to process all of mine and freeze it, and I don't need it to last for a very long time in a pantry or anything like that. But if anybody has any tips for me, I would be super grateful. one of these days, I just started my YouTube channel, so one of these days I'll try to introduce myself and all the garden projects and food preservation projects I have. Here is actually, oh, it's gross again, but this is the neck or the center of a clove of elephant garlic, and you can see it's months and it is still intact. Interestingly though, it has roots. Maybe we'll stick it in the ground. Let's stick it in the ground and see what it does. Probably nothing. Ooh, no, that was nasty. I'm not really gonna entertain that. But yeah, so that's basically what's up with the garlic. So if your garlic has sprouted, don't panic. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comments. Again, I will link, I'll link 2 channels. My biggest inspiration is Becky over at Acre Homestead. Oh my gosh, the wealth of knowledge that she has. And then MI Gardener is where I learned that this is not going to be the disaster that I thought it was. So I'll link that. And if you like these garden beds or my grow bags or anything, I will link my Amazon storefront in the description box below, so you can check out my garden section. And yeah, I like these because I can move them. These are not permanent and they're not heavy and they tolerate the weather. I've had them for years and they don't rust, and I like that. But over there, I've got big plans. I'm gonna get some cedar raised beds built since my kids are old enough that I don't need a swing set anymore. And ooh, I'm so excited. So stick around, consider subscribing if you want to come with me on my gardening journey and food preservation journey, which I've really only just started. And let me know your thoughts. Leave me a comment and let me know, have you planted garlic? Is it doing well? Am I doing the right thing? Thanks so much for sticking around.